Hey my friends, welcome to Man of Faith Ministries for our second series, which is the books of the Old Testament. Today we're doing Joshua. We're up to chapter 2 in the book of Joshua. Don't forget, at the end of the reading of the chapter, there will be a short commentary just on and brief explanation of what this chapter has been about. That's the difference between the New Testament readings I did and this new series. Let's just get stuck into it. Chapter 2 of the book of Joshua. And Joshua the son of Nun sent out of Shittim 2 men to spy secretly, saying, "Go, view the land, even Jericho." And they went, and they came into an harlot's house named Rahab, and they lodged there. And it was told the king of Jericho, saying, "Behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Israel to search out the country." Verse 3, "And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, Bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered into thine house, for they be come to search out all the country. And the woman took the 2 men and hid them, and said thus, There came men unto me, but I wist not whence they were. And it came to pass about the time of shutting of the gate, when it was dark, that the men went out. Whither the men went I wot not. Pursue after them quickly, and ye shall overtake them." Verse 6, "But she had brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them with the stalks of flax, which she had laid in order upon the roof. And the men pursued after them the way to Jordan unto the fords. And as soon as they which pursued after them were gone out, they shut the gate. And before they were laid down, she came up unto them upon the roof." Verse 9, "And she said unto the men, I know that the Lord hath given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, when ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the 2 kings of the Amorites that were on the other side Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt, neither did they remain any more courage in any man because of you. For the Lord your God, he is God in heaven above and in earth beneath." Verse 12, "Now therefore I pray you, swear unto me by the Lord, since I have shewed you kindness, that ye will also shew kindness unto my father's house, and give me a true token." Verse 13, "And that ye will save alive my father and my mother and my brethren and my sisters and all that they have, and deliver our lives from death." And the men answered her, "Our life for yours, if ye utter not this our business. And it shall be, when the Lord hath given us the land, that we will deal kindly and truly with thee." Then she let down by a cord through the window, for her house was upon the town wall, and she dwelt upon the wall. And she said unto them, "Get you to the mountain, lest the pursuers meet you, and hide yourselves there 3 days, until the pursuers be returned, and afterward may ye go your way." And the men said unto her, "We will be blameless of this thine oath which thou hast made us swear." Verse 18, "Behold, when we come into the land, thou shalt bind this line of scarlet thread in the window which thou didst let us down by. And thou shalt bring thy father and thy mother and thy brethren and all thy father's household home unto thee. And it shall be that whosoever shall go out of the doors of thy house into the street, his blood shall be upon his head, and we will be guiltless. And whosoever shall be with thee in the house, his blood shall be on our head, if any hand be upon him." Verse 20, "And if thou utter this our business, then we will be quit of thine oath which thou hast made us to swear." And she said, "According unto your words, so be it." And she sent them away, and they departed, and she bound the scarlet line in the window. And they went, and they came unto the mountain, and abode there 3 days, until the pursuers were returned. And the pursuers sought them throughout all the way, but found them not. Verse 23, "So that the 2 men returned and descended from the mountain and passed over, and came to Joshua the son of Nun, and told him all things that befell them." verse 24. And they said unto Joshua, Truly the Lord hath delivered into our hands all the land, for even all the inhabitants of the country do faint because of us. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 2 of the book of Joshua. So in this chapter, it's giving us an account of the spies sent by Joshua to Jericho and of their entrance into the house of Rahab, and who hid them from the king's messengers, or the people that were hunting them down. Now, it's also of the relationship she gave them of the fear and the dread of Israel, which were fallen upon the Canaanites, and of the request she made to them to save her and her father's house when the city should be taken, and to have a sure sign of it given to her. So she asked for this assurance that her family would be saved, her house would be saved when all this was done and dusted. And they gave her that assurance then. Now, which they solemnly promised to her, and they gave her a sign of it with a charge not to discover the matter to any, or not to tell anyone about it. Then she let them down by a cord or by a rope through the window of her house, which was on the wall of the town. And they made their escape to the mountain, where they lay for 3 days, and then they returned to Joshua and made their report to him as everything that they had seen, heard and done in that period that they'd been sent out. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understand my very brief commentary on that chapter. I'm just trying to give everyone a brief rundown of what the chapter is all about after I've read it. So I hope it helps you out. Just go back to your Bible and just read the chapter again if you need to. Watch this video again if you need to. Some of my pronunciations of words in the Old Testament leaves a little bit to be desired, but there's many of us that have that same affliction. You guaranteed it. Okay, so next time we'll go on to chapter 3. It won't be tomorrow. I'm only going to be able to get a couple of these videos out a week instead of, or a couple of these chapters out a week instead of one chapter at a time, or one chapter a day, as I was with the New Testament readings. So we'll just have to sort of take it slowly through there. Next time we've just got chapter 3 of the book of Joshua. So until then, please stay safe, take care. May the Lord bless you greatly today, my friends. Thanks for joining me. Love you all.